Hello and welcome to my channel. It's Jill here from Flip and Thrift on Poshmark and it's Flip and Thrift on Instagram. Today I'm coming at you with a tips and tricks video and I'm gonna discuss 5 things that I wish that I knew when I started Poshmark. So if you haven't heard of Poshmark, it's a platform where you can sell things basically. The main item sold there is clothing, but there are a whole bunch of different categories including home goods, makeup, men's clothes, kids' clothes, a wide variety of things. And if you want to check it out, feel free to either download the app on your phone or you can visit it on a computer at poshmark.ca if you're in Canada or .com in the US. And if you're new and register, use the code Flip and Thrift and you get a credit towards your first purchase. And I get a little bit back as well, so it helps both of us out. So let's get started with the tips and tricks that I have for you and the 5 things that I wish I knew when I started selling on Poshmark. Number 1, share your closet. And I'm sure you'll hear this in any tips and tricks video that you check out. Sharing is the most important thing. Basically, anytime that you share an item, it bumps it up to the top, so whenever someone searches for a brand or any sort of term that might bring up your item, it will come up first rather than someone having to scroll all the way through a bunch of items and potentially finding yours. So I try to share my closet 3 times a day. Initially when I started, I was able to share it more because having less items you can share it quicker, obviously. And going along with that, I believe that sharing your own closet is more important than sharing other people's closets. Obviously at the beginning, I think sharing other people's closets helps as you don't have many followers necessarily, and then it will be bringing up your items in the newsfeed. But if you don't have time to be sharing other people's items, just share your own. Make that your number 1 priority. Second tip that I have is that you can counteroffer. I did not know this initially, and the very first offer that I got, it was really low and I wasn't satisfied with it, so I just declined it outright. But had I known at the time that I could counter, I would have done so and potentially would have made a sale, but it happens and now I know. So basically how that works is someone can make you an offer based on your price. So if you receive an offer and you're comfortable with it, by all means go ahead, accept it. I do that lots of the time. But if you're not quite satisfied with what they're offering, sometimes people try to see what the lowest you'll go is. Counter back with something that you're comfortable with, and they'll either make another offer, they might accept it, or they might just not. It might not be a good fit for what the price was, and that's part of sales. So number 3 is consistency. I think that's kind of key in any business, is just make a schedule, stick to it, and be consistent. And I think this is especially important for Poshmark because somewhere in the algorithm it notices if you're being active on the app regularly. So I think if you list a few items every day, if you're sharing your closet every day, that will definitely be beneficial. I wouldn't recommend just posting all your items in one lot and then letting them sit. Say you have 10 items to post, maybe post 2 a day and spread that over 5 days. Or even 2 a day every other day. Just find something that works with you and do that. Number 4 is pricing. Keep in mind that Poshmark takes a 20% fee on whatever you sell, and if it's under $20 there's a set rate that I can't remember off the top of my head. So take that into account. If you're purchasing items to resell them, figure out what you want your profit margins to be and price accordingly. Also, as I mentioned earlier with the offers, people like making offers, and you're also able to send people offers, so take this into account as well with your pricing. Maybe price it about 20% higher than you're expecting to get, because that leaves a little bit of wiggle room. And number 5, and I think this is very important, is don't sweat a bad rating. It's gonna happen. You're not gonna please everyone. Obviously, you should want to please everyone and aim for a 5-star rating on everything, but that's just unrealistic. Some people just don't give 5-star ratings ever, but if you know that you've done everything in your power to give great service, to answer questions, to package things with care, to ship quickly, then there's not much else you can do. I do recommend that if you get a note of saying, oh, your description could be better, or the pictures weren't great, take that to mind and apply it to your future listings or existing listings, and just use that feedback to improve on in the future. So thank you for watching my video. I hope you learned something. I'd love to hear down in the comments what you wish you knew when you started Poshmark, or if you're new to Poshmark, welcome, and drop your closet link down below and I'll go check it out and maybe give you a few tips. And of course, if you like this video, please make sure you give it a little thumbs up. And if you like this type of content, hit that subscribe button and that bell notification so that you're notified whenever I come out with new videos. So thanks again. Until next time, bye!